Hi everyone. We're gonna live sharing today of how I start small seeds from on germination. So we're gonna germinate some small seeds in here and we're planting. So what I usually throughout the years we do collect recyclable materials. And the good thing with those recyclable materials is that they are free, right? So they are free. So let us start with our, just doing this one. There you go. So there. So I have collected a lot of recyclable materials, and one of them that's very useful is um, recyclable carton eggs boxes. And throughout the years, we also collected paper roll towels, some of these plastic recycles here, something like, oops, actually, salad containers like this, they are very useful to, it's perfect to put the egg carton box inside. I'll just open this one up. So it's perfect to go, it's really inside it when you can fit it this way. That's really perfect to hold it, and you can maintain some heat on it when you want to cover it. So this is a really good way of starting your seeds, right? So now before we start on planting, I want to also update you with our the things that we try to grow in the last 2 weeks. So let's see. So this is another recycled materials that I have. It's been very cold lately in my place. Sometimes at night or early morning, it's about 12 degree. And plants doesn't really like cold, especially when you're starting seedlings. So especially with that cold weather, what noticeable is that they're turning yellowish, and some of them can also melt out. Yeah. So look at the carrots eggplants. The eggplants are starting to come up. So it takes 3 weeks for the eggplant seeds to come out. I was not able to pre-soak the eggplant seeds because they're quite small. So I just planted it this way, and it takes about 3 weeks. But when you pre-soak seeds like peas, okras, this came out in within second weeks, and this is now the third weeks. So when it colds, it's turning yellowish. That's why it's always important to invest in a proper dome, because in the proper dome, then they can have a proper you can really keep the humidity inside it. And I'm gonna show you the one that I invested with, and it's a big difference when you invested to the right tools. It's a big difference. So this is I planted all at the same time. So look at this. So this is what is good in here. You can see that it's so wet because the humidity and the water is here. And I haven't watered this one now about since the rainy days. I haven't even sprayed it. So more or less 2 to 3 days of rainy days that I haven't watered this one. No worry of it, because you can see the humidity is trapped in the dome, right? So now let us see this one. Ta-da! Look how is look the difference. The difference of it in it, right? So these are planted at the same time. See, this is still yellowish and just about starting, and yet look how matured and grown is this. It's mostly greenish, more green leaves in there. It's already open. But what I'm noticing is because of the cold weather, look, the one to the edges that is exposed more on a colder weather are already have melted. Some of them has turned brownish in there. But the one at the very back, where the sun, where the coldness or the temperature is more controlled, they have more of stronger and taller already, right? So I'm, as you see, not all of them has grown, and especially when the seeds I collected from my grown seeds from about 2 to 3 years, they were not very good, and I can feel that before because the seeds were very light. It's not heavy, and the seeds also kind of float on the surface when I was hydrating it. So I know they were not good seeds. That's why I just planted it anyway, and I planted more. So all I needed is, at least I hope I can have enough 30 okras. So the risk of growing the seeds, okras from seeds, is really high than success. That's why I plant more. And sometimes after this planting, I'm going to replant again by, now it's May. When I started this one, I may start another batch so that the real planting season of plants that is in a warm country like okra are actually in June, because in June we have more hot weather and we have more consistent um, hot weather. The ground is more always hotter than February, March, April. So June is really, if you really want to plant eggplant, okra, sayote, bitter gourd, those really do very well by June. But because our planting season in Canada is very short, sometimes if I just plant by June, I really don't get the benefits of it, because by October, September, they are just basically starting to flower and they just starting to fruits or to give us veggies. So the more ahead of time I can grow is the better. And if you have a greenhouse, of course, the greenhouse, by March, you can start planting. But I don't have a greenhouse, and so I'm just doing what I can. So this is it. And I'm very happy the way this is come out with. So now we have hot sunny day. Tonight, I will cover this again. But for now, I will leave this one open and I can put this one in an indirect sunlight so that it has a chance to dry the soil, right? So when you water this one, just invest on a spray. Your empty house cleaner as container, just make sure that you just wash it first, the bottle, and invest in a spray like this, and you just basically spray them. Spray to the root, not to the leaves. Try to go down, just spray to the soil. I mean, just spray directly to the soil. Yeah, so that's good. I can see more eggplants starting to come up in here. So that is so good. So at this stage, make sure you don't overwet the soil, because the roots are very, like this one, they do melted so quickly. Look at this. They just melted so quickly. Right? They are very, this is a very sensitive period of growing them right now. So that's it for that's for our, for the plant that we grow. I'm just gonna might find some way here. That's it. Okay. So I also have, one time I was shopping as well and I saw these taro roots. Look how I really use some of those recycled containers. There is something I have learned on taro roots. Of course, when I was starting, I'm always kind of be a big believer of starting bulbs in water to root them, but it doesn't really work on taro roots, because taro roots, they have a very soft body that they do create mold. They mold very easily. So I started this one with water and they get rotten very easily. This one has where is that? Some seeds that yeah, I think this is the one. So as you can see, I kind of cut some of those rotten area and I still seeing some of those white mold coming up in there. So I took away the water here and I also protected that area that I exposed with cinnamon. Cinnamon powder has a natural antibiotic and it has a natural it has its natural protection, like antimicrobial. So I'm hoping it will be protected that way. So the one I'm gonna do with this, now that it is sunny, I will directly put this under the soil. up to this point, only up to the point, so that the top will be exposed to the sun and they can get more sun. Okay, so that is how I'm going to plant this one, like this. So this is taro, and I'm in Philippines. We eat taro leaves, so I'm just hoping that I can have a harvest with taro leaves for this, so that I can cook this one with coconut milk. So that is for taro roots. I used to grow this one before, but I never have a chance to harvest the bulb itself. But at least I will have a chance, hopefully, to harvest the leaves. So these are our taro roots, and immediately it's doing very well. But you can see that they can do that. So to do this, guys, do not put this on the water, even just the base, because they just get rotten. But what I do with this is just spray the top. So you're basically feeding the top of this. So this is what just I do this. I just gonna spray the top of it, and that's basically how I feed them inside the house. So it's been raining since I bought this one. It's only since about 2 or 3 days with me now. And so now it's sunny. Soon I'm going to plant this one on the ground. So that is for our lovely for our yes. So now I'm gonna show you back to our planting. So we're gonna plant carrots. Just making a space here. Okay. So in planting carrots, we they do very well when you plant in variety. So when I go to the nursery, I do pick up few varieties, and this one is tender sweet long hybrid, which is nice, long and thin and sweet, so that I like that one. And then I also have also another this is also tender long as well, but this will be nice to have some variety on it. So I have one, two, actually I only pick up one one variety, but if you have an options, choose different varieties. I thought I bought different varieties because they look different in the pictures, but I actually have the same varieties. Yeah, same varieties. Okay, so tender long. Okay, so it's always start with varieties. So I will definitely follow up with some more carrots in the future to buy a different variety of carrots. So now let's just start with the soil. So I started with a soil that I bought in the nursery, and so these are called seed starter soil. So what's advantage of the seed starter soil is that they have the nutrition that the seeds need, so they can have a good start. Okay, so when they normally come when you are planting to plant a seeds. And if you are organized, it's always good that before you plant, try to dry the soil on the sun. Try to air dry the soil. The reason why you want to air dry the soil is that it's chance for for the heat of the sun to kill what if there is an eggs or bugs on the soil that you bought. Although they are normally well taken care of when you buy it, but sometimes there are still some eggs in there. So it's always good to air sun dry the soil first before you use it. Then on the day that you want to plant it, make sure that you wet the soil slightly, so that when you put them in the container, you can have it. You can do. So what I do is I would just kind of mix them out with small amount of water, and try to create wetness on it, a little bit of wetness. So once it's a little bit wet, and you can actually create a little bit of a ball. When once the soil stick together like this one, they stick together, then that is a good one to use. You're ready for planting. So I will just gonna get this one, making sure that they can create and stick together. Okay, So that's good. So now let's see that now they stick together. Then I'm ready to use this one for planting. Okay. So I'm gonna just use, where is my carton boxes? Some more. Yeah, this one. So use this one here. I love being able to use a lot of recyclable materials, and you can probably imagine how my house look like collecting all these recyclable materials, like the paper, like all these paper towel rolls, gift wrapper rolls, the salad container. You can imagine that I collect them for a year for the next for planting season. So but I am proud of being able to recycle. I'm proud to be able to throw less into the garbage, right? So that is something I'm proud of. It saved us also money and recycle it. So that is one of my proudness that I love to do. Yeah, I think my internet quite a little have a glitch. Okay, so now this is it, right? So we're planting carrots. We're gonna start with carrots. Okay. And this time is also the good day for me to plant the rest of my small seeds. I have, these are beets. I have a lot of this collection of beets. So what I do with the beets, I also put them there, and I choose the bigger seeds, the biggest seeds possible, and the seeds that may hold on a little bit of a weight. So I choose the biggest seeds and the good one, right? So these are beets from the garden, and I got lots of this. This one is since 20, oh my goodness, since 2020. Year 2020. So I still have a lot of this since year 2020. They may be already, they may be dried by now for 6 years being kept away. Just imagine how long I can keep my stuff, right? I'm I just love I just love gardening, and I love collecting seeds, and just imagine how are those, right? So let's start this one, and I'm gonna keep planting. Although they said there are only one variety here, but I will still mix them anyway, because you never know if the seeds are well. So with this, I'm gonna roughly plant at least 3 to 4 in one area, but the seeds are too small. Really, it's really hard to count them, but as long as still is small enough, 3 to 4, 5, maximum 6, I guess. Yeah, there you go. Okay, stop then, because the seeds are so tiny. So but egg egg carton is the best for starting tiny seeds, especially with carrots, because they already have a distance, and plant starting seeds on a container like this with carrots is not good, because normally you should really not disturb carrots, but because we are going to plant the whole box carton under the ground, it's given us a head advantage to start the seeds. So I'm starting here because I don't have the soil ready for them yet. Okay, so that's good. So good, and that's good. So you only cover it very lightly. You don't really bury it. You just basically just make sure that the seeds are not exposed, and you just cover it very lightly. So this is it. I got one of my carrots container done, and we're gonna cover it this way for now. And then this is how we're gonna put them away. Stop, and then spray it. Just spray them first. So we just don't wanna overspray it. As long as it's wet, there. And then that's it. That is how we're gonna do that. And I will also cover it for now with this one until it's bring out its own. Just gonna check it out in 3 days. Check it out in 3 to 4 days. They still have an air on it. Yeah, yeah, okay. As long as they have still air flows or something. So that's it. I done one of my containers and more to go. Got more to go. All right, so more to go, guys. I have about I'm gonna plan about 6 carton of this, 6 of these, 6 boxes of this. Oh, there you are. I know I have a different variety and I found it. Okay, now I'm gonna plant the different variety. Yes. Okay. All right. So yeah, where's my other carrots? Okay. I have to find my other variety of carrots. So I just have to plant more. There you go. So this is so ideal container to start the seeds in carton boxes because they have the perfect distance. Okay, there you go. And so once we have about more or less 3 to 4 inches tall of our seeds, then we're ready to plant the whole carton boxes. I'm gonna cut the carton boxes, of course, and bury each and bury kind of cut them into half and bury this one in a row as these distances. So they have the perfect distance for us and also get. I used to just plant carrots on the ground straight, but with the last few days of rain, I did not have really a chance to prepare the soil yet. And it will take me another week or two before I can prepare the soil. And I don't want to waste that time of having of preparing the soil. So I'm just going to get my thing here and just make sure my style. Take this one off. There you go. Okay, just my email. I just want to show my email, guys, because my other business website is not active anymore because I resigned 5 of my business ID because I'm planning to move to a different team. So just to let you know, guys, my old website is not working, and I'm in the process of launching 2 of my website, which I'm hoping I can launch it in 2 weeks. And that will be about my e-commerce and my courses website. Yay! I'm so excited. We are really moving on to a different stages of my business. We are concentrating more of teaching a lot more people how to start their online business. And also, I'm also doing some of e-commerce and some digital products as well. So this is what digital business has done for me. It's really empowered me to become the owner of my own online business and also build multiple sources of income, passive income. And that is awesome. A passive income. That's awesome because look, guys, I can do this with you. I can sit here and still do what I love doing and enjoy it. And yet I have a business running on the background, right? So this is it here, and we just need a little bit more of tray because I don't have very much tray in here. I wish I could collected many more of this because this is so perfect, but I don't have very much of it. So we just have to find some where we can hide our carrots. Make sure I water this. I talk too much. There you go. Two done. So the next thing I will do is my Cosmos. Oh goodness, I love Cosmos. So I also, so these are also the seeds I collected last year. So I love Cosmos. But I also bought a different variety, and this one is a this is double click, so it has 2 layers of petals on it. But Cosmos is annual, so you have to plant Cosmos every year. So I want to just start with a little bit of Cosmos here, and yeah. That's my husband on the background making noises. Just if you're wondering. Okay, so this is a Cosmos. I love when it's the same thing. Cosmos as well. The more variety you planted, is the better they do. So it's also that way too. The variety they do well. So oh my goodness, there are beautiful seeds here, guys. That's really nice and beautiful. So this is from the garden. I also doesn't have an area where to plant them yet. Original ideally this is really good to throw on the ground by the first few weeks of May. Okay, the Cosmos so ideal by first few weeks of May, but so far I have no soil to plant them yet. That's why I'm starting to container. I'm running out of boxes where to plant them, so I cannot just plant somewhere. I need to put them in a boxes, or away from on the back of the garden. But if I want them close to me, then they need to be in the boxes, because I live in an area where I am restricted. I cannot dig more than a foot on a ground. So for things, and they also recommend that I only grow on boxes. So I don't have boxes for them yet, but I soon, maybe I will just plant them this Cosmos in the container, because I don't have boxes for them. But this is it. I need to start them because it's actually already 2 weeks behind my May. It's so ideal to start planting this on the beginning of May. Well, we have a lot of rain, because the rain are actually the one that will water the seeds and nurture them. I normally do it that way. I normally leverage on the weather on my planting season. All right. So hopefully by next week, guys, I will be finished setting up all my soil, so that I can. Oh, I need to make sure I label. Make sure you label them so that you know what they are. By next week, I'm hoping I can finish preparing the soil, and I'm hoping I can start also transplanting blueberries in a proper place, because right now my blueberries are scattered in different places, but I want to put them in one area. I also want to make them closer to me. And our beans is already planted. I did it about a few days ago, so that it's exciting. So hopefully we see it. That we'll see how it looks like already. And I also want to give you another follow up in here. You can see this one, guys. Let me see if I can do this. Look at that. Oh, okay, it's not. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna just carry this one here. Ta-ta! So this one is our salad. So it's been very cold lately, so they're turning yellow. So I saved some of these are the bubble wrapper on the orders online that I do. I saved them and said, look at this, guys. It's being useful. I'm adding, this is how I'm using them as providing my salad with a greenhouse effect, right? And the good thing with this is that the humidity is inside it, and you don't have to water frequently, right? Let me just see this one. Let me just see how it looks like. I put this on about 2 days ago, because it was cold. It's about 12 degrees, so it's cold. So I hide this one in there. Just spray the soil, and that's good enough. And then just kind of put this one back in. Make sure you seal so that they can keep the humidity inside. Okay, doing this, you can have a gradual change of temperature inside, so they have a better chance of growing instead of melting away. Okay, guys, enjoy planting. And if you have any questions, just message me, ask me any questions. I'll be very happy to share with you my tips and tricks of planting because I love it. I love planting. All right, take care. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.